Hey everybody, this is Senior Editor Ernest Lynn here, sitting with
Jon Ottman.
And, we're back from E3, but we still got plenty to talk about. And one of them was Bandai Namco's, America's latest imports from Japan, Tales of Xillia 2. This is a new Tales game, one of the few rare sequels. Take us through what the story is for this one.
Basically, it starts 1 year after Tales of Xillia, so you played that. I mean, obviously it's Jude and Milla that you played in the story. Basically, it takes the play. You follow this young girl who is named Ellie, and it starts off with her and her father being attacked, essentially. And Ellie gets away, father does not, but she gives her this pocket watch, and nothing to really know about the pocket watch, at least initially. And then you have Luger, who is the new protagonist in the series, and he meets up with Ellie on this train, and essentially an accident follows up with some kind of terrorist attack, and he feels responsible for what happened to her, and she just lost her dad and that kind of stuff. So basically he takes responsibility for it, and this guy it saves them from the train, and then claims that they owe him a lot of money for the fact that he saved them. So basically it starts off by kind of locking you down in areas based on your debt. So instead of the open world free exploration like you used to have, or at least the transitional part, you are forced to pay off parts of your debt first before you can actually progress any farther. So I mean that's essentially where the story starts, and then yeah.
Are we going to see any of the original characters from the first game appear?
Yes, they are going to have as far as I know, all of the older characters from the main cast that were playable as reoccurring characters. Not sure if that means playable or not, but you will see them throughout the story, and they have appearance changes. It is a year later, so they look a little bit different.
All right. I guess the big thing is, this being a new title, is there any changes to the gameplay, especially the combat system? That's what Tales is known for.
Obviously, you still have, in the previous Tales, you had the linking, where you had characters linked together essentially to focus their attacks and unlock, do special abilities, that kind of stuff. This time around, Luger, the main protagonist, actually has the ability to change weapon styles in the middle of battle. So you have, so you have his fast, short range, double blades. And then he has a sledgehammer, a heavy hitter for armored enemies and stuff like that, or slower moving or whatever. And then you also have guns that you can switch to now. So he essentially is an entirely versatile character, which I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. It kind of takes away from switching to a different character, and obviously every other main protagonist for the most part in the Tales series has not been ranged. So it's kind of interesting to have a main protagonist that's designed for the character or the player to specifically use.
For both short and long range.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of something different. And then there's also another interesting thing. There's something called the Chromatus, which is essentially a transformation, which look at it as a double-edged sword. I mean, there was a lot of positives coming off of it initially as our demonstrator was explaining it to us, but you have more power, you have faster different combos, all kinds of cool, you have a different costume change, but essentially there's a little bit of a few negative effects to it as well. But essentially it's building up a meter like you do in most of the other Tales games for overdrive or stuff like that. So kind of something different and interesting.
Gotcha. So overall, how does the game look, and do you think Tales fans should be excited for this one?
I think absolutely. I mean, it's rare to have a sequel in an RPG series like this that's, staying true and kind of keep with the storyline that the previous game had, at least accurately. So,
sounds great. Well, those are Jon's thoughts on Tales of Xillia 2. Keep checking back to Places Universe for news on Tales 2 and some of the other JRPGs that will be coming out in the near future. And, keep checking back onto our webpage, psu.com.
Thanks.